Now, Krista, you've got a remarkable, remarkable story. You are a cancer survivor. You have been through abusive marriage, came out of that, and where the verbal abuse was intended to destroy your spirit. Yeah. Tell me about this. Share it with us.
Well, I've always known, since I was little, that God was with me, always. No matter where I was, no matter what happened to me, I'd always be okay. He would make sure I was okay, and He was always with me. So when I went through the bad times, marriage wasn't always bad, but it got bad. I used to sleep with my children at night and just pray every night, God, please guide my hands. I know You'll never leave me. Just get me through this. And it took a while, but in time, things got better. I moved on. I moved out with my children, and I never doubted for 1 minute that I wouldn't be okay and my children wouldn't be okay. And I give all my thanks to God.
Well, I know you were sharing with me that your now ex-husband said to you that the verbal abuse that he was giving you, it was intended to destroy your spirit.
Well, it was.
He said that he verbalized it.
He would like to break me, take it away. And he used to say to me too, your God, how you talk about your God. And, you know,
look how your God has got you.
I never doubted it. And I think even now, to this day, it's been 3 years since I left, I think there's a part of him even wonders, you know, because, and then after that, this year, I found out I had cancer. I had a large tumor in my face. They removed it, and at that time in April when I had the surgery, they found another tumor in my forehead, and there was never a moment, and everybody always said this to me, people couldn't believe I didn't waver, not for 1 minute, because I knew, honestly, deep inside, I knew everything was going to be all right. God had His plan for me, and I trusted in that. And every day, I just went day by day, where He wanted to take me, how it was going to go. Even when things were bad, I knew He had a plan. He always has a plan. And you can never, you can never doubt that.
Exactly.
You are, and that's the thing, and I teach my children, no matter what happens to you, because things happen, it's life, you're never alone. Don't ever forget, you're never alone. He's always inside you. All you have to do is talk, ask, and He will be there. And sometimes you don't get your answers right away. He's got a reason for that.
Now, I wanna go back to the abuse in home, because when we were talking earlier, it was so bad where you would cry for hours,
at the end,
hours and hours. I want you to share with us and with Diana, to even, you know, all of us, how your relationship with God just that, because, you know, you shared this lake analogy with me, which was so profound. You said that your spirit's like the lake, that is the surface of the
that's right.
It's just
the lake.
Yeah, but the depth of the lake never.
Always remember, God is like, you yourself is like a huge lake. Deep in the lake, nothing ever changes. And that is the Spirit of God inside you. It always stays the same. On the surface of the lake, weather, whatever, waves, storms will come and go, the sun will come out, and that's what happens to you on the outside. But the inside never is disturbed. There's always peace and stillness. Amen. And if you could tap into that, no matter what's going on in the outside of you, you will always find that peace, that stillness, the peace of God, the love that has no opposite.
Now also you have you also received divine healing when you were 13 years old.
That's right.
Right? Share that with us.
I was very, very sick with mono. I had an allergic reaction to the drugs. I had to be hospitalized. I was in intensive care. I had a nurse by my side, never left my side. My breathing was bad. They had me on oxygen, everything. They weren't sure how it was going to go the next 24 hours. They knew it was going to be a long road. They told my family. And within 24 hours, I stayed that night. I prayed so hard all night. And I'll never forget it because I had a Michael Jackson t-shirt on. Because this is when he was first come out.
Yeah.
With his name, like, because you couldn't buy t-shirts. It was just new at that time. And I prayed all night. I prayed so hard that I just wanted to be okay. And it was right after Christmas, too. And the next day, my parents came next morning and they checked me. I was 100% fine, honestly.
Oh,
Amen.
I walked out of that hospital the next day, and the doctors even told my parents. They thought it was a miracle. That's all they could explain. They couldn't explain it. But I felt it that night. It's like I knew. I don't know.
You're a remarkable woman.
Amen.
You are.
Amen.
You are.
Amen.
Now, how are you instilling this strength, this relationship now that you have in God into your children?
That's what I want to make sure they always know that. Because the fact that I knew that from when I was young, when I was about 8 was when I first felt it. I used to have bad dreams.
Yeah.
And my priest told me, say the Lord's Prayer every night, as hard as you can before you go to sleep. And I never had nightmares after that, the same ones that were plaguing me. And that's when I first really knew. And it changed everything for my life. So now my children are 8 and 11, and I want them to know that He lives inside them too,
Yes,
and
He
that they're
does.
never
Yeah.
alone. Because you never know what's going to happen. Even with our children, you can't be with them all the time.
Right.
So that's why, as a
So-
mother, you pray for your children, but you also teach them of that power, that spirit that raised Jesus from the grave, that's living inside of them,
Jesus Christ,
that
that's right.
protects them.
He's living
It's
in
that
us.
foundation that you have as a child that you can't run from it. You can't leave it. He'll never leave you. And it draws back to when He said, I'll never leave you. Even though you may run and you may hide, you may do whatever, you cannot run from it. You can't run.
It's always there.
It's always there.
And
And His
it's
love
sad.
is always there.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. It doesn't matter where you live in this world, how much money you have. It does not matter your situation whatsoever. He's there. Always.
And learning as a child at that young age is really key, I think, to maintaining that into adulthood.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish I had more of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good thing.
Well, you know, it's never
It's
too late.
never
though.
too late.
It's never
Exactly,
too late.
exactly.
You are on a course that you will follow. All the lines are falling onto you in pleasant places.
Amen.
Now, I just want you ladies to quickly just say something to our viewers individually about something encouraging that you want to say to them. Just look at you.
Encouraging.
Yeah. Karen?
I think for me, God is faithful and He will never leave you nor forsake you. No matter what situations you get into, no matter where you go, like I said earlier, and I've been saying it, His word says He'll never leave you nor forsake you. It's faithful.
Krista?
I have to agree with Karen. We give the same advice. No matter where you are, your age, none of it matters. Because everything on the external world, it doesn't matter. He's inside you. He's always with you for eternity.
Amen.
And Diana?
Eternity.
I think I'd like to say that it's important to really communicate and talk with God as much as you can, anytime, anywhere. And I think that'll help a lot to make you feel like you're not alone. And it could help you through a lot of times too.
Well, ladies, I'm encouraged.
Amen.
My relationship with God has gone now to the next and higher level. Thank you very much for coming on the show and discussing and sharing your awesome, awesome journey. May God bless you through